And as we haven't been successful at playing this game with any other suit due to the really small text, let's try with the skunk. Still unwilling to give up on it, though it has no UI scaling at all. And actually the only mod that tried to address issue was meant for making the text even smaller, which is, would say, confusing at best, because even currently it doesn't really show very well, because the font is practically scaled so that not all the letter forms have full complete pixel presentation even. So it's kind of not the best thing ever, but let's keep trying. Still unwilling to give up on it, as it was otherwise quite interesting. So let's try again. Next thing probably is then to order like use your own eyes style suit at this rate for the games that absolutely lack any UI scaling, because it is kind of difficult to deal with, especially as it reliably scales the font the same size if you reduce resolution, so it practically only gets worse because there are less pixels to present the same size text. So alright, let's try with this suit, and welcome all. We'll see how it goes this time. There we go, and let's continue the earlier. After some loading at least. Alright. Not that it exactly helps, but it's a bit better. And we have added some farmhouses, as we had considerable.
What kind of town don't have a
No warehouses in range, so there's the warehouse, but apparently there's maximum transport range we need to consider. So we need to build another warehouse there at some point.
Look sharp, the governor's here.
Alright, there are also other types of mining deposits. There's also abandoned blacksmith, so we can tear that down also. Should give some resources.
Your city has grown more beautiful.
Alright, cave bricks. So that was probably more advanced a building, has provided some leftover bricks.
Whatever you do,
Last
master,
time we
keep
had
doing
kind
it.
of an issue as we upgraded all the houses into factory worker ones, and then ran out of labor for farm intensive business. At least these again are running at some efficiency, so we can build more farmer housing. Kind of didn't go quite as intended. And that even costs. Alright, 2, so we can build some more of these, like solve the crisis by building extra farmer housing. Most probably should also expand the road here and build even more here so that they can get to the workplaces more easily. At least we again have some lumber production, which is much better than what the situation was at one point. When there was none at all. So I would say it's almost manageable with the skunk, so that helps quite a bit. It's still not terribly good, but it's much better. Yes, we know there is a shortage of farm workforce because we accidentally like destroyed the whole workforce pool, not realizing that the industrial workers with their fancy houses do not work at businesses that would require farm level workers, so that wasn't really what expected. Like, we won't take simpler jobs, thank you. Alright. Would be actually interesting to know where each of these works, but this doesn't seem to have similar function as. For example, SimCity 3000 had one where you could practically check how the transport and worker relations go.
Know a few what's turned to factory work. Hands mangled in machines.
Alright. So it provides some benefits to provide the lifestyle needs. Clearly the text is much more readable with this suit because can mostly manage directly. It's not like it would still make the game any better, but it improves the usability. Yes, we know there is a shortage of farmer workforce because we accidentally destroyed the whole supply. So we keep building more farmer residencies whenever we have lumber to do so that we get more farmers to move in and work in our fine industries. Otherwise we have no resources to build the industrial level items either. At least we are gradually increasing production in all of these, so the overall problem we created accidentally is gradually getting dealt with, so That's of course an improvement.
We need more farm hands.
Alright, gradually reducing the workforce shortfall. At least as long as we can get more farmers to move in. Let's build 2 more of those and then do think that as far as we just get population to fill up those, we should be alright in that respect at least. So that should be an improvement on the earlier situation where we didn't have enough farm style workers at all. So probably going to play still an hour exactly, as it's quite early morning tomorrow. But going to play exactly an hour because this is more usable with this suit, so that can actually mostly read the text, even if it's not very well sized at all. Alright, there's fire at the... And we also have the fire brigade. Hopefully our thing gets extinguished. It's kind of a shame if your textile mill burns down. Alright, that is at least looks less burning now.
We're taking every care.
Alright, increasing production again after the fire. Let's see what else we can... Our attempts at making bricks have not yet been terribly successful. We need to build another warehouse also. Maybe closer to here, because currently the problem is that there is no warehouse in range for the brickworks. Let's see what are the requirements like. Requires 10 timber. That's alright. And then do faintly remember we had some kind of a problem with getting the bridge done. Yeah, it also costs 20, so we need to save up on timber. Starting the brick industry isn't very simple. And we are gradually getting more farmers to live in these, so that should help with the workforce situation.
Workforce shortage.
When will
And
you
our
show
brother-
your family some gratitude?
Still waiting to think for something.
Day full of day of dreary drudge.
Alright, let's then see about speed the game up a bit while we wait for 20 timber so we can build the bridge and or the warehouse. Which seems to take a while, but fortunately there are speed controls for this kind of
It's all right here, I suppose.
looks like population in those also increases, so and soon we will have 20 so we can build the bridge first probably, as it's not useful to provide warehouse for the brickworks until there's
Workforce
also
shortage.
bridge to transport. There were also some abandoned residences, so let's demolish those so they are out of the way. And there's our new road with the fancy bridge and all. I think we should also position the warehouse. Some other way. As this also requires a warehouse in range.
Without a warehouse.
And if the range is like the road showing
Hide
up
the bottle. It's the boss.
green, then we should build the warehouse here, so this should be like in range here and
We lack the requisite material.
in range here, so now this should work as far as production of bricks goes. And of course everyone likes bricks, as we well know also from the Brickworks Museum, which usually has various posts about bricks. For example, put up, dressed up in different ways, and they also commented on Mr. Musk's Twitter activities by in turn having their own innovation of teaching bricks to swim. They hadn't quite gotten it to work yet, but they were continuing, trying. Hello there, Briareus. They were continuing trying to teach bricks to swim, so hopefully you had a good weekend and welcome to the stream. We are playing approximately still 50 minutes tonight, and yes, this game is totally playable with the skunk because it has best vision, but it's not like lack of adjustability is not justified by having one fursuit that actually can read the text from the game screen, unfortunately. But it's better than nothing, so. Alright, and then we have clay coming in from there, and this is actually operating at 100% efficiency, so that should allow some brick production. What can we build from the Alright, sausages would require a big farm. We already have a big farm. Alright, do not think so. So let's construct a big farm. Has become less attractive. What? Would you not like a big farm next to your house? Really? Are you that choosy that you wouldn't like a big farm? And then we of course need to build big sties, so. Alright, they have pigs in them, yes. There we have some nice pink pigs, and also some pink, some pigs with black and white parts to them. So
There aren't enough of us.
there you have it. Then we also require a sausage. To make sausages we require also a slaughterhouse, and of course we are going to build it next to the big farm, so that should make transport of pigs more efficient once we produce some output of pigs.
Breath of fresh air living here.
We also have some farmer housing here, so that should solve the. Ah, hello there, Kamu. Good to see you also. Always good to have you here. Welcome, and we solved the readability issues mostly by choosing the skunk, because by far the skunk has the best vision, but it's not really a solution. Ah, and hello there, Riley. It's not really a solution that the game lacks adjustability, so let's take the only fursuit that can read the text. But it's sufficient solution, as apparently Ubisoft is not bothering to add any UI scalability to the game, so unfortunately it is also a solution. Oh. So now we have some nice big farming going on. As noted, we do have some big pink pigs and some black and white pigs, and they are clearly using their time well in the big sties, so we should be then able to produce some sausage here across the street in the slaughterhouse, so that should be quite desired by industrial workers. As we see, they separately have a requirement for sausages, so clearly providing those should improve the industrial worker morale, because they are especially complaining about lack of sausages, so that should improve the situation now that we have some meat industrial complex built here. And also we are now producing at times even some bricks, as we have the brick factory at 100%. So clearly we got out of the situation where we were stuck, unable to produce lumber when we left last time. So now we are doing much better in that respect also. So let's see then what else we... A competitor settled an island in the old world. Alright, you compete. Trade union. Did we already build a trade union? I think so. And it requires... So let's build a trade union, and it should of course have catchment area of the worker housing. So what else did we have? Worker housing, so probably best place to build would be somewhere here, but we should change the layout here maybe a bit.
Looks fair, but there's mold in the walls.
Wherever we can again find the demolition tool. Alright, church requires quite a bit, and production of sales requires a sheep farm. We already have one, and then we can build a sail maker. That would be useful because our annoying brother wanted some sails, so let's build a sail maker here. There we go.
Nice day for it.
The sheep farm still could use some more workforce as usual, like it has been kind of a running team that we should have a bit more workforce. Alright, we actually tried to build a trade union here, but never finished that because it also requires very modest 25 timber, so it's actually not very easy to build. Oh, nice priors. It's always good to give critters some snacks. They are usually more content that way, a lot like the workers in this game seem to also like to have things like sausages to remain content, so that's fair enough.
That blooming turnip was the size of her head.
Could also access, yeah, here you can apparently access the quest details. So we needed to have 4 sails in storage, and then we could provide our annoying family member. Build a trade union, equip an item at the trade union, unionize, so at least we do not have to quit being in business. Yes, I'm aware there is a shortage of farmer workforce. Let's build this warehouse because it actually helps here. let's see if we get some also distributed to the sail makers, as we should produce some sails to give to our less than fortunate family relation, would say.
Once we're done, we can pack some
Most probably construct another sheep farm for the needs of the sail maker, so that should improve the situation. Yes, and let's see, do we have some sheep here? We certainly do, so. And now these should deliver to the sail makers, hopefully. As far as have understood, sails are actually made with hemp fiber, but fair enough. Of course, a hemp farm might also be popular for other reasons, but that's a different matter. Oh. So, let's see what else we can do. We should build a trade union, but it's quite expensive.
fetid, festering filth.
Do we have some problem with, like, we could add another lumberjacks, like hut here, because that should improve like the availability of raw logs, as we have such a good wooded area there. Alright, and this
Stand to attention for the
applies to the sail makers, so we should have pretty good situation in that respect, as efficiency at sail makers is increasing, so we should have at some point possibility to provide some sails to our less than fortunate relatives, or would say less than fortunate for us because they are quite unpleasant, but more than fortunate for them because they get free product of our packs, as noted, like Alright, and sales go into the warehouse, so we have one ton of sales now. Let's keep making more. And it seems these are now happier with the sausage supply situation, which is perfect. And now they would like to have some bread, which there's separate production for bread, which requires grain farms, mills and bakeries, which is quite intensive in terms of production requirements. So let's similarly build a grain farm. Here we should have enough space to position the fields. 144. Alright, it's like by area. There we go. That's quite area intensive. Nicely behind our brickworks. We do now have a big grain field. Looks fancy and has some farmers also working on it. Alright, let's then see about next step, which would be providing a flour mill. That should be nice because it actually takes a little space that we can fit it. Again, next to the place of production. Then we need a bakery. And then we build a bakery. We do have enough resources, so it's quite good in that respect.
There aren't enough of us.
Clouds lacking.
Then we could also build
Don't mind a bit foraging.
supply prohibited. So now also flour can be delivered directly to houses, which probably is not necessarily an issue as long as we are able to also produce bread. We need to see how the resource situation develops in terms of sufficient flour for both direct consumption and consumption through consumption of bread.
I know.
The brick factory is even at 100%. Alright, we do not apparently yet have for.
Where are my sails?
Going to be a long voyage.
Yes, we can provide
Nothing
some
you
sails.
do will lift the
There you
cloud.
go.
Haven't seen a prison transport of mine, have you? If you do, be sure to return any salvage to me.
Alright, haven't seen prison transport of mine. And where might that be? Alright, our ship is making for that. Oh, thank you, Riley. It seems this has gone quite well this time, especially as can now read the text in the game, so that also helps. Alright, can we pick those up? Yes.
Saved? Do you also then save us from a grievous injustice? Edward's charges against us are pure fabrication. The man is an imposter.
Alright.
A letter. It bears Edvard's seal.
Don't
Accuses
even
of
think about sheltering
being
Samuel's
unfair.
co-conspirators. Deliver them to prison at once, and I might lift your debt.
Open the letter. He's clearly up to no good.
However much we despise Uncle Edvard, it's
Somehow
honorable
do
to
think
go
we are
opening his
going to
private
be
correspondence.
curious about the sealed letter rather than Alright, we are certainly going to open the letter. Would we trust our also otherwise annoying relation? Certainly not. And what crimes have they committed? Use of foul language. 16 years with hard labor. Yep, that's quite fair punishment. Impersonation. Transportation to the antipode. Yeah, that's also quite light punishment. Writing a threatening letter. Life imprisonment. Character assassination. Life imprisonment. Alright.
It cannot be. These names are those father trusted most. Barristers,
Alright,
doctors,
and
academics.
also where our father's most trusted
Even I
associates,
am
so
astonished to
clearly
be this
our
corrupt.
good
We
uncle
must put
hasn't
their cases
really
before the
been
highest
doing
authority and hope for a
best
retrial.
possible things from our point of view.
He certainly knows how to silence his critics.
Trying to get rid of his critics, don't you say? Let's return our ship to the harbor. And we are starting to soon have resources, so we can build the trade union in place of our choosing. Alright, we are certainly going to take them then to Sir Archibald, so we have to sail here apparently. So let's do so.
Know that any assistance may influence Her Majesty's sphere.
Alright, we could also pick up some treasure. Let's try for that.
What is it you are bringing? Did he really? Oh dear. Best leave these.
Sir Archibald is disturbed to hear about Edward's judicial practices and lifts your debt to him. Unsurprisingly, when we consider use of foul language to have
And
been
what right has the Crown to meddle in my accounts?
worth 16
What
years
right?
hard labor.
We are, all of us, quite moved by your selfless actions. Your father would be proud.
I am so relieved our legitimacy is no longer in question.
Alright. That improved the situation, it appears. Oh, hello there. Sock Pendaresi. Oh, welcome to the stream. And of course, as you're apparently a new viewer, we'll also do big screen greetings, so welcome to the stream. Oh. So, let's move back to the game. There we are. Considering not the wolf, this as you may have noticed from the pattern is actually a skunk, so, and as you well know, skunks do not make that kind of noises. So let's see. So we should try and find artifact finding. You can find it by clicking on quest in the game world. Once your ship is near target, pick it up by right clicking it. Alright, so we need to find the Alright, so it's somewhere still unknown to us. Let's sail there. And while we wait to sail there, let's Alright, this would be our island because we have labor shortage. Looks right in that respect. So let's see about what else we need. So we do.
What brings you here,
Alright,
Master?
our mill isn't at such a high efficiency. I don't think much of the grain is actually going for lifestyle needs, so it improved a bit. So, and are we producing any bread? Yes, so we should not have any shortage of bread anymore.
No complaints.
Nope, it's actually on the green, so school and soap would also be desirable, but alright. So you can upgrade warehouse for more loading ramps. Yes, it also is quite resource intensive to do so, but now we know that warehouses can be upgraded. That's very much the case. So we should most probably now have enough resources to build a trade union. So let's build one. That should. Let's see. Has our ship arrived here? It's currently arriving, so that's good. Then we deliver the treasure to Sir Archibald's ship. Looks good. This is someone else's fancy place as it has no labor shortage. Alright, click on slot to choose what you want to equip. Grill, that would be.
Eldest, you outdo yourself.
Alright, so now we have unionized workers with a drill. That sounds useful. And we are moving to ship the treasure, so that should also help our situation overall. Alright, there's also a quest available here. Looks like some kind of fortifications. Ah yeah, this is Bleaksworth harbor where we could have delivered the prisoners if we would have trusted our less than popular relation a bit more.
Brought some joy. I am quite penetrated by your kindness.
Alright, and we received payment for picking up the treasure.
We've run out of gabbins.
Looks good enough. let's then see what else we can produce. Church would require 20 timber, and we can also construct normal harbor.
There aren't enough of us.
Alright, so it practically builds harbor area. Sailing shipyard, alright, that also requires a lot of timber, so let's leave the quay waiting still for a while as we need more resources. Most probably should prioritize the church because the workers might like to go into one might suspect. Alright, and we are still playing for about 10 minutes as it's early morning tomorrow, so doing slightly less than the 1.5 hours, but not by much. So let's continue still for a while. Looks like they have been certainly planting enough trees because it's surrounded by woods altogether. Yeah, we should build a sailing shipyard. Yes, and it's not cheap. See about church. Yeah, it's 20 and even 25 bricks. It's pretty big actually. Wow, it's not by no means small. Let's put the blueprint into place there and then wait for final resources to consummate the church construction. Looks very sizable. Have you seen, Riley, the original Münster of Ulm? Not the big one, but the first one. It's about size of it's a bit bigger than a playhouse, but not much. Actually, long enough ago, many churches were quite small, but of course, modern and or like traditionally important ones are quite big, so it varies. There are very small ones also in some cases. Alright, we need still a couple of tons more bricks, and then we can build the church, and next we collect resources for the sailing shipyard. And the brickworks is also at 100%, so only issue is getting the bricks out. Yeah, there is some bricks going into the warehouse soon. So that should resolve the final issue. Yeah. Fortunately, with the skunk can read pretty much all the text in the game because it's quite small, so because was somewhat unfortunate that originally thought that had to quit doing this game as can't really read the text and it's not scalable, but it's sufficient solution in this case. Fortunately, that the game can be played with the skunk. There we go, and we have provides a service to your residents that a church certainly does. So now next we are going to collect resources for the shipyard. Alright, and let's see about fire station considers the fire chance of fire low, so fair enough. And here we have a pub next to the church, so seems to include a outdoor festival. The church looks a bit more solemn with the graveyard and all. The buildings have a lot of detail, certainly, in this game. Right, up to 10 timber again, and the sailing shipyard required like $20 and $25. Oh, good night, Kamu. Also going to finish soon here in a few minutes, but good night for you and thank you again for joining.
Metal plows change things, I'll grant.
Is the belt running faster than usual?
$27 sales. That's certainly clearly the dedicated sheep farm has helped producing a lot of sales. So we do have bread, trade union, sausages, paved streets. We haven't really touched too much yet. Alright, and Then we need more resources to build the sailing shipyard. Let's save here and see what else we can still do before finishing. If we build a sawmill also. Sawmill also here, that would probably increase efficiency in this respect. And build some farmer residences here for labor.
Grass is greener on the
There we
other
go, that should
side.
be good enough use of. Should improve the workforce situation in these two to have some farmer residence near.
Stand to attention for the boss.
Right, we have another clay pit there, but we don't really need more currently, as it's not like brick production would be the first bottleneck by far. Now there should be no complaints of
freedom.
being able to use the services of a church. Alright, let's save here and see who we will raid as we are coming to finishing time for tonight. So let's move back to the big view of the skunk and of course wave to you all. We'll see you tomorrow and let's see who we will raid. Alright, Sketch RPTP is playing World of Tanks. Sure, let's check that they are still playing and yeah, it's been a while since we have raided them, so let's go for that this time. Oh, good night for you. and type that correctly, it appears. So thank you all for joining and have a good night. See you tomorrow.